Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am really excited because today I am going to be talking about this beauty here, the PlayStation 5. So I was originally going to do an unboxing video, but you know, we're not that good with patience around here. So instead, I am just going to go over some of the features, the specs, and just share some really basic information with you guys. So let's get into the video. Let's start things off with my favorite part of the PS5, the controller. Sony ditched the traditional rumble and introduced haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. If you are walking on sand or jumping into water or sliding on ice, you are going to feel the difference between each of those terrains. Normally, you would just get those same vibrations from the controller no matter what was happening on screen, whereas with the haptic feedback, you just get a way better range of sensations, and it truly makes you feel like you're immersed in the game. Now, probably my favorite part of this whole thing are the adaptive triggers. You're gonna actually feel tension when you are pulling back a bow or pulling a lever or even just pulling a trigger on a weapon. Just like with the haptic feedback, every situation, every action, and every circumstance feels different. The controller has a built-in microphone, which is awesome if you play online. You don't have to worry about using a headset. However, you do have to remember that every time you power on your PS5, the microphone is automatically set to on. So you do have to go in and manually mute it. You can either just press this mute button here, it turns amber, which means you're muted and good to go, or you can go into your settings and turn off the microphone that way. You also have a USB-C charging port here and a headphone jack as well. Another little detail that I love is that the grips are made up of little tiny PlayStation logos, so you have the triangle, X, square, and circle all over the grips. It's just such a nice little attention to detail. If you want to get a feel for the controller's full potential, I highly recommend playing the game Astro's Playroom, which comes with your PS5. I had a lot of fun playing around with that game and really getting a feel for what this controller can do. It also has a little bit of a Super Mario Odyssey vibe, which makes me really happy. The controller also has gyro aiming, and as a primarily Nintendo gamer, I love the gyro aiming in Breath of the Wild, and I also used it in Doom. So I'm really happy to see that featured in the PS5 controller. Whether you prefer Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation, this is the best controller out there right now. It feels extremely next gen, very futuristic, and it is definitely a model controller for future consoles. Now for the console. This is an absolute unit. It weighs 15 pounds in the box and almost 10 pounds on its own. The standard PS5 measures 15.4 inches tall, 10.2 inches in depth, and 4.1 inches wide. The inner panels have those same little tiny PlayStation shapes, just like the grips have, and it's a really nice touch to the design. Starting with the front of the console, you have your disk drive, power button, eject button, USB-C port, and USB-A port. And on the back, you have your power connector, HDMI, Ethernet, and 2 USB-A ports, and at the very top, your USB-C. The PS5 has 16 gigabytes of RAM and a custom 825 gigabyte SSD, but you are only going to get 667 gigs of usable storage. It loads about 5 gigabytes of data per second. In comparison, the PS4 takes about 40 seconds to load 2 gigabytes of data, whereas this takes 0.27 seconds to load 2 gigabytes of data. So yeah, she's really fast. And it's a she. If you have a 4K TV, you will be able to play in native 4K at 60 FPS and some games at 120 FPS. Now, this will eventually have the capability of supporting 8K resolution. It also has backwards compatibility, so you can still play your PS4 titles on here. So yeah, in closing, the PS5 feels very next gen. It is extremely quiet. The graphics are crisp and clean and very realistic. Everything from the hardware updates to the external look to the amazing DualSense controller, Sony has taken a huge step in the direction of next generation gaming. I think that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching my first kind of tech video. Let me know how you felt about it if you want to see more stuff like this. Maybe some gameplay footage or, I don't know, something like that. Just let me know. And make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye!